Well, we are tracking some local races for mayor. That includes the race in Desert Hot Springs.
That's right. You can see Scott Mattis in the lead right there. He is the incumbent mayor, 50%, compared with Russell Betts' 41% and Steve Gavani's 8%.
All right, let's go to the La Quinta mayoral race. Candidates Linda Evans, incumbent, and Robert Silk. Well, Linda Evans is the mayor again. She's but 75%. We can say hands down she took that race.
Landslide Linda. This was the same person she ran against in 2022 for mayor as well. And again, you can see she looks pretty good for her, 75% to 25%.
And Councilmember Dr. Frank Figueroa and Stephen Hernandez, incumbent for Figueroa, launched his mayoral campaign back in August, setting up a November challenge against incumbent Stephen Hernandez.
Yeah, that vote 58% to 42% right now. All right, we have continuing team coverage on all the local races for mayor across our valley.
News Channel 3's Luis Avila is live in studio with more on the races after he has been following them all day. Luis.
That's right, Karen and Peter, and many are following especially the races in Desert Hot Springs and the Coachella mayoral races. Starting off with Desert Hot Springs, as we already mentioned, there are 4 candidates running, but it's expected to be between the current mayor, Scott Mattis, and current council member Russell Betts. Now, I spoke with both of them before the polls closed and told me the issues they're focused on. Mayor Mattis says he's focused on improving the quality of life for residents. He says he's worked to create safer roads and reduce crime, but will continue those efforts and tackle homelessness. Councilmember Betts says he's focused on the city's budget problem as well as homelessness, but they also told me why they're more qualified than the other.
I think I'm ready to put in more time and energy into solving the problems. In the past, it's just been how quickly can we get out of this council meeting. So I'm goal oriented. That's what I see. The areas that we see we need fixed, we're going to go after them and get those fixed.
I have a sitting council member that hasn't been able to accomplish much, so he can't work with others. So he figures if he takes over my seat, he'll be able to do that somehow. I'm not sure how his logical thinking is, but either way, that's his platform. His cup is usually half empty and mine is usually half full.
And moving on to Coachella's mayoral race, we have the current mayor, Stephen Hernandez, running alongside Councilmember Frank Figueroa. Now, Mayor Hernandez says access to affordable housing is at the forefront, as well as public safety and business development. Councilmember Figueroa says the biggest issues facing the city are public safety and affordable housing. But something Figueroa is trying to do is bring a fresh face to the seat Mayor Hernandez has had since 2012.
Change happens, and change isn't just because they don't like what the person's doing. They also want to see a new face. They want to see someone else bring a new perspective. And it's not because the other person isn't doing a great job. It's because they want to see something new. It's like that person hasn't brought it to them, and that person hasn't maybe focused on what they're looking at.
You know, for us, it's about deeds. It's getting the job done. It's one thing to say you want to be the leader, but it's another thing to actually know how to do it. And so we have a solid track record of getting things done from day one. This is not a learning curve, or this is not I need to figure this out. No, we can keep going and keep momentum going in the city of Coachella, and that's why we're running.
Now, we'll continue to closely monitor these races, so stay with News Channel 3 for the latest on the mayoral races. Live in studio, Luis Avila, News Channel 3. And more news after the break. You're watching the Desert's News Leader.